Walking into the unknown is always fearful. You have to live in the shark's world, and the only way to survive in the shark world is to become a shark, mate. No good being a cod. My girlfriend and I had something happen to our relationship, turned to alcohol rather than talking to me, and it broke the relationship down, really. Addiction tends to break down most relationships at one point or another. Yeah, so ended up homeless, nowhere to go. Couldn't go back to the family home. I couldn't go, I mean, I've been, 40, 39, 40. Ended up staying on my brother's floor who lived in Norwich. I went to Norwich City Council. They said they couldn't help me because I had no eligibility in Norwich. I couldn't get into any of the hostels or anything like that. I was scared and I didn't know what I was getting into. And the first place I went, I had no entitlement to any housing benefit while I was under Norwich City Council because I'd never had any connection with them before. And that's what the fear of walking into the unknown is what keeps us alive. And I've always been one of these people that I know the fear's there and I'll just jump in anyway. You know, you got to take a leap. The actual fear of being on the streets didn't really scare me. I knew how to deal with that life because of experience from my siblings. So that, you know, I knew how to survive. Everything that's unknown is scary, do you know what I mean? But you just got to push through that. I used to sleep on Chatfield Garden in the bushes. I didn't like sleeping in doorways. There's always a threat that you're vulnerable out there in a busy doorway. People come out of the clubs 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, we'll get some, give you 20 quid. Also some that'll give you a kick in the head while you're laying there asleep. There's a big stigma about people being homeless, but there's a very true saying, you should never judge a person until you've walked a mile in their shoes. And that's very relevant when it comes to homeless people. When all the shops are shut, that's when everyone comes out and does their little thing. And, you know, you get robbed, you get, you know, stabbed. There's a lot of people overdosed, you know, because people push things on them. It's hard to be out on the streets and beg and try and get money for food. The struggle of that is keeping away from it, you know, and it's everywhere. I was using Class A drugs while I was homeless. When you're feeling at your lowest, which you are, you sometimes look for something. It's just that you've got nothing else to do. You've got to get through the night. I mean, they don't want to see us homeless. They don't want to see lots of people on the streets in Norwich. Loads of beggars in the doorway. That's not good for the city. But the beggars have got to do what they got to do. But if there was more help, they wouldn't be on the streets. And then they moved me to Mousehole Lane, where there's a bungalow with 6 bedrooms in it and a shared kitchen. I was in there for 2 years. And then out of the blue, I got a letter saying they'd offered me this place. I looked it up on Google Map. I thought, oh, well, there's the first flats, that is. And when I came, I'd said I'd taken it before I'd even seen it, because I realised it weren't a flat. It was a house. But I took it and decorated it and Well, I've been here 5 years and I'm proud of where I am now. I've got a house, a garden. I've come a long way, but you know, it's taken a long time and a lot of hard work. It made me feel that I could get my life back on track again as normality, having a home, paying your gas, paying your electric, paying your council tax, you know, having a reason to get up in the morning. I mean, some of these people have been homeless all their lives. You know, it's not an easy situation, you know, being homeless. They just want to get their information across, whereas I just come from, you know, having my own business to not having nothing and not knowing what to do. My tenacity, I wouldn't give up until I got the answers I needed. And now we've got a shop and whatever else. They've got a lovely cafe and everything, and I volunteer up there, and I'm known as the singing man because I'm always singing when I'm at work, and people come in and they go, "Oh, isn't it lovely to hear someone in a good mood?" Well, is there any other mood to be in? What's there to be in a bad mood about? Oh, I've got a lovely house, all right, you know, do with the dust, but